You better watch out. You better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
So, I wanted to get this out around Christmas, but I didn't. Welcome everyone to Watch Mojo's 8th best Hitman mission, You Better Watch Out. Just like in Flatline, I'll go over beginner, intermediate, and expert strats. The red dot sight is now unlocked for the silver baller, which you'll need for the beginner and intermediate strats. You can get it for expert, but it isn't necessary. All three will also need the TMP and the sniper rifle for the videotape. At the very beginning, hold up a coin. This makes this guard stop so he won't be a witness for later, and this guy won't take the elevator before we get there. Tuck into this corner to not be seen, but not too much that you get caught on camera. Then scope in with the silver baller and shoot the glass hot tub. This will instantly kill Chad and the girls via accident. Put the gun away and run into the elevator. This is where the beginner and the intermediate strategies will differ. Beginner will simply run through this area all the way to the next elevator where we will be going to the studio. Once you're there, there's about a 50-50 shot for a guard to be in front of Lorne's room, so fire a TMP shot. Then you can run in, shoot Lorne, and dip. If the dog saw you...
No witnesses?
After that, animation skip the videotape, head back to the elevator, and go to the helipad to make your escape. Super simple, super consistent, should get you around a 140. For intermediate, we use a mine on the elevator. I like to shoot the mine, not just because it saves time over selecting the detonator, but because shooting mines does 0 damage to 47. What this does is panic Lorne, similar to Vinny in A New Life. Only this time, he has a few different spots that he can run to. So when you start the elevator to the studio, open the map and check his location. He has 3 or 4 usual spots. One is right behind his door, one is in the videotape room, one is in this room to the right of the elevator, and the final one is in this hallway. If you're really lucky, you'll get this pattern. If you're really unlucky, you'll either get him in the hall with a guard right by the elevator, or even worse, he'll just be hauling ass out of the studio altogether. I mean, rightfully so. If I was chilling on a balcony 1,000 feet in the air and I heard an explosion, you bet your ass I'd be booking it for the stairs. If you see Lorne in this room on the right, there's 2 ways to get him. One way is to wallbang him. He'll be crouched here, so shoot at this part of the door until he's dead. This doesn't work perfectly because we only have silencer 1 at this point, so the guard could potentially find his body. However, the trick I always use to never have his body be found is to have a guard shoot me. When you go to grab the tape, if a guard notices, they will fire at you. Not only distracting the guard in this room, but also because hostile guards don't notice dead bodies. That leads to the second method, just shoot Lorne with the TMP, then put it away and have this guard notice you. He should become hostile and chase you without being a witness. If you see Lorne in the tape room, you'll fire a TMP as soon as you get out of the elevator. I should probably mention that a guard could occasionally be stationed outside the elevator. Because of this, I crouch here to check the hallway when the elevator opens. If he is there, I will carefully take out my silver baller and shoot near him. This should confuse him for enough time to run by him without noticing you. If he isn't there though, do a TMP shot like normal, then I like to go this way to the tape room. Once you're there, you can grab the tape and then kill Lorne. If you see him here in his room, that means that there is a bodyguard in front of him. That is, unless the guard is outside the elevator. If he is, distract him like before, then just go run up to Lorne and shoot him. If that guard isn't in the hallway, do the same path as before. After you grab the tape and head back, make sure that this door is closed, then you can shoot Lorne. Something else that you can do that's faster is to grab the tape while holding a mine. Then chuck it into the corner and run back to the elevator while detonating. If he's in the really lucky spot, you don't need to do a TMP distraction. Just shoot him as soon as you can. Then immediately take out a coin or whatever to pick up the tape and have a guard notice you so he can shoot you. This is the fastest method, and normies can never figure out how it's still Silent Assassin. You've probably guessed that we're heading back to the elevator, and now we're gonna select the helipad to escape. Just pray that you don't have any guards stuck in the way.
Oh my god, dude, this is so stupid.
On the way up, just for good measure, I like to fire some more TMP shots. One, just to make sure that the guards below don't find Lorne, but also two, to possibly distract the guards above enough to not kill us. See, the one downside to getting the guards to fire at you is the possibility of dying. Just make sure to use your heals wisely. If you made it to the chopper alive, you should finish around 130. For Expert, the studio floor segment is the exact same, but the way that we get Chad is much ballsier. At the start, run straight for the elevator. Throw the mine like before, but this time, don't detonate it. Instead, take out the TMP and wait until you're in range of the guests, but still out of range of Chad. There's a couple of ways to do this. Some people wait for a music cue. You could fire around 11 on Statman, but I wait until this third floor level passes. Trust me, once you do this a few times, you'll get the timing down. The idea behind this is to spook everyone around Chad, but not Chad himself, since we want him to stay in the pool. The mine will spook Lorne, and it will double as a second distraction to ensure that no one will witness us. I like to detonate somewhere between getting out of the elevator and rounding this corner. Chad will get up because of this, but we have plenty of time to run over and shoot the glass out before he runs away. The only worry is potential witnesses by NPCs who didn't feel like running away after 2 distractions. Also, there is this one woman in the back who might see us, as well as a guard that she might alert. What I do, just in case, is tuck myself into this corner to shoot the pool. This does make it a bit of an awkward angle, so you'll probably need multiple shots to get the job done. If there's still an NPC you're sure will witness you, there is a last resort with your second mine. By holding it up to throw, the NPCs, including Chad, will get scared and not run. But they won't be witnesses. Then you can throw the mine in front of Chad and blow him up. The downside is because he's dying to an explosion and not an accident, his body can be found. However, if you manage to still destroy the glass with the mine, his body could potentially ragdoll into the hole and plummet to the ground. If you manage to get away with all that, you can head this way to the elevator and do the same studio strats as before, ultimately getting around a 122 and as fast as a 118 if it's really good. Now, this is where I'd end things, but there is one more strategy, one beyond the expert level, one that even I have yet to perfect. If you've ever watched an any % full run, you'll notice we don't take the heli escape. That's because You Better Watch Out is a rare level that has 2 exits, the other being the boat that we spawned by. Despite it taking us a bit longer to get to the boat, this escape more than makes up for it by not having the unskippable cutscene that you get when taking the helicopter. You might be asking, well then why don't we just take the boat then? Seems pretty cut and dry. Well, yeah, for any %, where we don't need to care about Silent Assassin. But in Pro SA, that little bit of extra time that we spend on this level is all the guards need to find Lorne's body. But it does save a decent amount of time, so let me at least go over it. This is a very special instance where even I don't know how to do it every time. So, if any of you out there want to find a way to normalize this strat, please be my guest. First, let me just teach you how to do the boat jump in the first place. On the main floor balcony, there is this mound of snow. You can run up it and then easily wiggle your way onto the railing. You need to go enough left so that you can clip behind this snow half and then balance yourself along the wall. Some people like to round the corner here, but I find that riskier, so I just fall onto the railing below. Then you can run along and fall off here, and you'll just be able to hit the exit point. 47 will die from fall damage, but if you manage to press escape, that shouldn't matter. This does mean that you can't bring your suitcase though. My first idea is to do the expert strategy like normal and only go for boat jump if we get a good Lorne pattern. I find that if we get him in the room to the right or in the tape room, it won't work, even if we get the guards to become hostile. So if you get those, just go for the helicopter. The ideal patterns are the ones where he's in the hallway and when he's in his room. Strangely, the super rare one where Lorne runs like a bitch actually comes in kind of clutch here. The only other problem is Lorne's dog will be coming up the stairs. This wouldn't be so much of an issue if we didn't have to open the locked door below. So if you try and do a TMP distraction, the little bastard might be a witness and run away before you could pump its ass full of lead. What you can do instead is get to the door with the silver baller and shoot it at an angle because of the guard on the other side who can turn and react to you. After that, run to the snow mound and do the boat jump. This normally gets me an in-game time around 1:30-ish, but because there's not a cutscene, it ends up saving us around 6 seconds or so. My other idea that I've tinkered with for some time is only if you've upgraded to the red dot site. Take the elevator and climb the hatch. Wait to fire the TMP until this last floor level before the elevator door. This should trigger all the guards from the second floor to vacate the area, so when you go up there, you can try and snipe Lorne. I say try because the red dot sight is not nearly as good as the sniper scope, so in true Lorne fashion, he might run away like a little red pussy. If you sniped him, run here and open this door, but do not enter. This one guard is still in here. You should be able to shoot the lock, put the gun away, and run up the stairs. Fire a TMP to get this guard away, then fire it again to open this door and peek around the corner. Wait a bit, then go get the tape. You should be able to make it all the way back to the balcony without any hassle. This next part is tricky since it's a bit random, but you'll somehow have to maneuver over here without getting spotted and shoot out the pool. Then you can do the boat jump. This is... I'm not gonna lie, this is really hard. But it does get a 126, plus it saves time for not having to go into the inventory, although you have to sacrifice a bit to upgrade to the red dot site, so good luck to anyone brave enough to try this in a full run. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time on Death on the Mississippi.
What the hell? No. I gotta stop taking my baths during Peter's shenanigans.